All right, so let's try the class activity. Let's open a new project. So I'm going to go to New. I want a new project. Do I want to save changes to this? I do not. So here it's asking me what I want to actually record, right? Keyboards, amps, all that good stuff. I just want a voice, so I'll just click the microphone again. And you'll see it's going to pop up. Just like where we started before, I have all these vocals. I don't need the mixer, right? We're not going to mix anything. I don't need the library just yet. So step one was to do a new project. Let's delete all the tracks. And then part 3 is let's do a helium vocal. So let's delete everything but the helium. So delete, 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 and then delete. Okay, so I'm going to keep my helium vocal. Let's record 5 seconds. Oh, let's record. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we get the gist. And then I want to add a track. I actually want a robot vocal. So let's go to add. I want a microphone. And now we'll change this just audio 1 into a robot. Record. Let's do another 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop my playhead. Okay, we wanted to start this at the helium. So as soon as the helium stops, so what I can do is grab this and move it to the helium now. And in fact, I don't have any, I can tell that I don't have any audio right here. It's just a flat line. So let's actually get rid of all of that. So now I've started my robot right after my helium. All right, let's get a monster. So I guess I should have deleted all of these. Let's create. My library pops up. Let's go to experimental. Let's get monster. Here's my video library. Let's do my playhead right here. And now when I record, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stop. Okay, and you can see that I have that right after my robot vocal. Then what I want to do is add intro music. Right? I want that to be 3 seconds long, and I want to fade the music in and fade it out. So to add music, let's go to our Apple Loops. I'll do, how about some good beats? So how about 80s backbeat 01? Oh yeah, that's gold. Okay, so I'll drag it over. All right, so that's my intro music. Let's get rid of my loops. I'm going to want my beats to be intro music, so I'll highlight everything else, and I'll move it all to be after, right, my intro music. If you want to, also, you can grab your tracks and you can move them wherever you want them to be. So maybe you like it in a nice little kind of vertical progression here. Okay, let's size it to 3 seconds. It looks like I picked the perfect one. It's already at 3 seconds. If I wanted to repeat this, you'll see that little weird icon that came up. That's the repeat. So I click and hold, and I can just loop my audio over and over and over and over. Okay, so it's one way. I don't have to keep importing audio again and again. I can just actually loop it over and over. Okay, I'm going to hit Command Z to undo all that. Right, but that's how I could just repeat or make things longer. Okay, so my intro, I'm going to fade this in. So let's get my volume. So I'll highlight my volume, and let's fade this in. So I'll bring this all the way down. And then I'll go about halfway and fade it up to, when I get to 0 decibels, that's just standard volume. So it's going to fade in, and I'm going to want it to fade out before I get to my helium. So I'm going to click here and just kind of fade out a little bit till I get to my helium. And then the last thing, so let's scroll a little bit. I want exit music. So let's go to my loops again. Let's reset, and let's do jingles. See if I have any jingles. I do. Okay. How about the more 80s stuff, I guess. So I'll just drag and drop that right here. Okay. Don't worry about the position. I'll get rid of my loops. So now I'll drag this to the right. So it comes right after. I want this to be 3 seconds as well. So now in this case, I'm going to move it to 3 seconds. Okay, and in this one, I'm looking from 8 to 11. So that's 3 seconds. So that's how I realized it was 3 seconds. So let's grab this one, and we're going to fade this one out. So it'll start. We'll start big. Let's go to 0. And then I'll eventually just fade it out. You see what I did there? I don't like where that circle was, so I grabbed it and moved it to the right. And I'm just going to gradually fade it all the way out. All right, and let's see what that sounds like. So go to the beginning.
One, two, three, four, five.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. That's just pure gold. And then if I share, export to a disk, MP3, and this is our class activity. And then if I save that, then I'm good. And I can just upload that to my Google Drive. Okay, so always make sure you give it enough time. So what I would recommend is go to your audio. Your audio won't take as long to download as your videos, right? But always just go and double click them, make sure they're playing, make sure they're the right length. And then when you upload them to your Google Drive, again, just make sure you wait long enough. So always kind of double click and check.